Yada 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 yada. I wish the video was here.
Get it. Put the arm up. Swing the hips. Swing the hips. Swing the hips. What's up, people? Party people in the front and the back.
Hey.
That's all I got.
I don't know the rest, but we know.
Hopefully, well, actually, first, welcome to, like I was saying, podcast. You know, with your girl.
It's Fee, baby, and it's
Velvet. Yay!
Yes, welcome, misguided hoes.
Yes, to the new, to the old, to the young. You know,
reoccurring.
To the in between.
Yes.
You know, thank you, misguided hoes, for supporting us day in, day out, every week.
Yes. Welcome all.
Hopefully y'all had a great weekend and starting a great week. You know, it's the middle of the week while y'all are listening to this, and hopefully, you know, we can get that, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Hopefully this provides the motivation, the spark to help you keep going. Hopefully the energy you're feeling from here is just vibrating through your headphones, through your speaker, through your car radio, whatever you're listening to it.
Just don't listen with your kids because you never know what they're going to say. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to be said. That's all I'm going to say.
Mature audiences.
Only. Capital O-N-L-Y with exclamation marks. Okay?
Yes. Another episode. So happy to be here.
Yes.
Every week I'm happy to be here. What about you?
I am. I love it. We get to talk about shit, you know, joke around, play around, you know. Apparently there's lightning right now. We're just going to put that out there.
Yeah, we're underwater currently.
Yeah. So
it's like lightning and thundering and pouring.
It's a no-go for me, though.
It'd be very interesting if we did. So next week we will be back in action. First
of
all.
With video, yes. You know.
Just giving the updates to the folks. Next week we will be back in action with the video. But if you had the video right now, you'd see.
Thunder and shit. Out the
you'd
window.
See lightning.
Yeah.
Thunder, you see thunder.
You know, they knew what I. Shut up. See, I ain't talking for the rest of the podcast.
You don't let me get away with that.
Whatever.
Not let me get away.
Whatever. I've been messing up the last couple of weeks. What's going on? What is the change in my life?
We are human.
You know, but I don't like it.
That's what. Oh, okay.
Like
all right.
We had a conversation. Remember?
We did.
If I know that I'm great at something, and then it turns out that I'm not great at it all the time, I feel some type of way about it. And we may actually talk about that later on.
Okay.
I don't know. It depends on how I feel.
All right.
I'm not drinking, so we probably won't. But
well, you brought it up, so I'm not really sure. I'm actually very surprised you brought it. You know what? We're not gonna code talk in front of y'all. We're not gonna code talk about what the fuck are they talking about.
Yeah. We're talking about how Fee Baby was out here, right? Was out here.
I don't recall that. I don't recall that. No. So speaking of which, how was your weekend?
You know, went to North Carolina, Charlotte. I have not been as an adult, so that was fun. Went with my best friend for a wedding that he was in. My best friend looked good, y'all. You heard.
I saw the picture.
Looked good. I told him several times, I was like, bitch, you look good today. And he was like, stop it.
Cash
Yeah.
It's cash.
Yeah. So he likes compliments, but he just was like, thank you. And I was like, really though? Because he rarely dresses up like that. And so when I saw him with the beard and the hair was braided up with the suit on, navy blue suit, I said, sir, you look good. I'm telling you. I said, you is about to get a man's out here. I'm telling you.
You better.
You about to get a man's out here. And but we had fun.
But hold on. Best friend was not the only one who was looking on point.
Bitch, who else was?
You was looking real good.
Was I?
Yes, stepping out.
You know, I had on a little something. You know, I just threw something
for the people.
You know, what is that color that I had on? I don't even. What like a?
It's not like a pastel green. It's a green.
Something.
But I wouldn't call it like a pastel. I'm trying to think of like how you would describe this green. It was definitely a lighter, very soft green.
Yes.
But it complemented you very well. Like your
complexion. I'm very happy we got it from Sayin.
Yes. Shout out.
Sayin. But you know, If y'all want us to promote you, hit us in the DMs.
Yes.
But yes, Sayin, like them. Absolutely. But yeah, it was a 2-piece. It was a skirt. Skirt was long as fuck. I was like, shit, I should have been in the wedding. How long that damn tail?
Train. But I ain't trying to show you out, sis.
Well, it was 2 men.
Facts. Neither one of them would have been intimidated.
No,
cool.
but they look good. Oh my god, they look so good. They had on white. Both had on white suits.
Ooh.
And they both had on capes.
Ooh.
And I wish I could describe how gorgeous the capes were, but I actually fell in love. Like after we were at the reception and stuff, I walked up to the table and I was like, because I know one of the grooms, and I was like, I just want y'all to know I'm loving these capes. Don't leave it nowhere. If it's left, it won't me that took it. Okay? I'm just letting you know now, it was not me. I love it. I'm not going to take it. But if it has disappeared, it was not me.
Right.
And literally that happened. I didn't actually take it, but it was left. Like they were mingling and stuff, and it was time to clean up. So some of us stayed back, helped clean up. And that one of them had left it on the chair they were sitting on. And I was like, ooh, if I was the old V, that shit may have been gone. They go front. Because I absolutely loved it. It was so fucking gorgeous. And so I took it and gave it to one of the sisters. And I was like, tell them that V gave it back to you. And that they may be glad that I liked them. Because if I didn't, bitch would have been gone. And I'm like, I don't know who took that. Oh, that's crazy. Why would they do that at this wedding? Oh, no. But it was gorgeous. But of course, obviously, I really wouldn't have taken it. But it was gorgeous. I loved all of it. I do have to say, and I'm going to have to pull it up. The man that they had sing, he sang 2 times. I don't think I told you this. I don't know if I did. So he had sat in front of me. He'd asked me to record him. I just thought he was going to sing the one time. Blew it out the water. Gorgeous. Like it was so, and his mic kept messing up, and he just put the mic away, and literally, like his voice just, it was, I was shocked. I was just like, I did not expect this from him. He was like a very skinny black man with dreads. He just was, I just did not expect the voice to come out of him the way that it did. Like that shit projected. I was like, God damn. And then I was like, all right, so I got that. And then he had went up a second time to record at when the grooms, they had did this plant thing. I don't know what it's called. But you put the soil and then either sand or soil, and then you put something else and then something else, and then you put the plant and then water. So it's supposed to, mean something within their relationship, which was gorgeous. So while they were doing that, he sang a different song, and his bitch started whistling. So you know how at certain ends of the song, it'll be some type of instrument just playing? He fucking whistled that instrument.
Oh, shit.
Literally everyone, I think even the groom stopped and did a whole bitch, what?
Damn.
Yeah. And my best friend was standing to angle right behind him, and literally he did a whole lean back, a whole lean back bitch. And I literally was recording. I said, God damn. I probably got that in the recording because I just was shocked. That shit was crazy. But the wedding was gorgeous. Absolutely loved it. People got drunk. Probably at the wedding. Yes, there were people drunk at the wedding. But afterwards and before, me and my best friend got piercings.
Oh, that's right. I haven't even seen it since you've been here. That's how well, it's just covered up.
You can't see it.
No, at all. I'm very surprised.
It is. Yeah, you really can't see it unless I'm my mouth is wide open. If I'm laughing real loud, yeah. Other than that, no, you really can't see it.
That's real cute. Maybe I'll go get one.
Yes.
Let the folks know what you got, because it sounds painful, so I'm actually not sure.
I got a tongue piercing, and it's called frog eyes. I did not know these were things. So only tongue piercing I know about is a regular. You get the one in the middle, somewhere in the middle. But there's a frog eyes and snake eyes as well. So snake eyes is literally at the tip of your tongue. I said, hell no to that, because that just sounds like it would be horrible. At the tip, absolutely not. No, I was like, I'm good. Best friend, that's the one he wanted. And I said, sir, I'm trying to tell you, you're not going to like that. One, it's going to clank against your teeth, and he's all about his teeth. I feel like you know that. All about his teeth. I was like, one, you're not going to like clicking to get your teeth. Two, it sounds horrible. It absolutely sounds horrible. And Frog Eyes is basically you can get it anywhere from outside of the tip to the back of your throat. So anywhere, of course, they can reach. So yeah, I got that. So I got Frog Eyes, and I convinced him to get Frog Eyes instead of.
Oh, he got it too.
Yes, he got Frog Eyes.
Didn't know that.
Yes, he was the one that actually wanted to do it. Of course, I think we had talked about it and I wanted to, and then I was like, no, and that's when I got the belly button. But then when he said, you know what, I think it was on Thursday, because the wedding was Friday, so Thursday was everybody was meeting and, greeting and stuff, and they had like the little rehearsal dinner, and then after the rehearsal dinner, it was like they had food and stuff for everybody else, and, was talking and all that stuff. And so he was like, before we went to that, he was like, I really want to get my tongue pierced. And I said, you sure? And he was like, yep. So I looked up a place. They were open till like 1 a.m. And I was like, this is crazy. In Virginia, absolutely not. They close at what, 9, 10 at the latest 10 o'clock? 1 a.m. And I said, see, it's fake. So I was like, all right, let's go. And he was like, should I get it? I said, I'm always here to support unless you do something real crazy. Then absolutely not. I'm going to tell you. And then if you say, yeah, whatever you do is what you do. But I'm going to tell you, what I feel. And I was like, if you want to do it, let's go. So we get there, and he get his done first. And I was like, should I get mine? Should I? And he was like, you just got your belly button pierced. Let that heal first. And I said, no, fuck it. We in Charlotte. Let's do it. So then I got mine. And that bitch was only $10. And I said, bitch, I'm going to come here for real and get some shit done.
Ooh, weird.
But yeah, so we got the piercings done. And that was fun. And then we went out Saturday. He likes aquariums, so I got him tickets to the aquarium, and we went there. And then really just chilled, hung out, ate some good food. Met one of my close friends from back in the day. Like, I've known her since I was probably like 6. But I haven't seen her since my son was born, so 11 years. And so she moved to Charlotte. I don't know when she moved, but she moved to Charlotte. And so we went to some bar. Cloud, I think in Charlotte is what it's called, a rooftop bar, and then we went to a gay bar after that, or a gay club after that, and that was cool. And I went home and knocked out. Well, went to the hotel, knocked out. That was the weekend for the most part. Came back here and then ended up driving back to North Carolina for something. Did I say that?
Talked about last night.
Yep. Went back to North Carolina to assist a friend. And then drove from North Carolina again, because I drove from North Carolina the first time, which was a 6-hour drive. I got here and was maybe here about, I'm going to say, tops 45 minutes. Went to North Carolina, not as far, but went to North Carolina and then stayed there for a bit and then drove back. I physically had to drive back from North Carolina, and then I went to eat and then fell asleep. You okay? Is there a question, or are you going to say something else?
No, I'd say what an eventful weekend you had.
It was. It was. It definitely was.
So eventful.
How was your weekend, though?
Oh, yeah. My last, couple of... even outside the weekend has been pretty good, even, predating the weekend. For example, it all kind of started off Wednesday. Wednesday up until, today has been, really great. Wednesday, my best friend just bought a house with her husband. So, I took my niece with me. We kind of helped her unpack, kind of figure out her vision. Yes.
Okay.
Helped her kind of, envision what she wants to do with, her spacing. Thursday, I was off, and I still had my niece, and we, went shopping with my best friend and another really good friend of mine who's in town, visiting with her children. We all went, to the thrift store, started looking for, things to kind of, put in the house, kind of fill the vision, which is really great because my friend who just bought a house here, so both friends so the one who's visiting and the one who bought a house, I've known them both since high school. The one who bought a house, I've known since middle school. And one, it was just great to spend that time with them as a whole. But my best friend who recently bought a house, there's just certain things that you take for granted that you don't realize you take for granted. Like shopping with her and helping her envision what she wanted to do with her house brought me so much joy. Like, I guess, like, you just don't realize the simple things. Like, her and I just haven't gone, like, shopping, period. Whether it be, like, for clothes, groceries, household items, in, like, so long. Like, 10 years, minimally. Oh, wow. And it's just, like, you just don't realize, like, what those interactions, like, mean to you, like, are. So, like, that was very special, especially since it was for her home that she has bought. So that was... Thursday we went shopping, and I dropped my niece off, and I left my friend that we went shopping for the stuff for, and the friend that was in town visiting with her children, our children were with a family member. I went and got a tattoo. We didn't get matching tattoos, but her and I went and got tattoos. Almost every friend that I have, we're all going to get tattoos at some point. Like, you and I are going to get tattoos at some point. My friend who bought the house at some point, we're going to get a tattoo. Me and my sisters at some point. So we've been talking about this for, like,
18 years.
Plenty. So I went and got a tattoo sporadically. Like, she stayed the night at my house on
Thursday.
The friend that came and visited, no, she stayed the night at my house on Wednesday night. After, doing the shopping and stuff, dropped off my niece, her and I, she woke up, she's like, let's get tattoos today. I was like, okay, that's the type of time I work on. Like, if you want to premeditate something with me, it's going to take me forever to do it. But if you wake up and be like, bitch, let's do it now, I'm like, okay. Let's do it. Oh, I'm so much more of a spontaneous person. Like, even with my purchases, I'm spontaneous. I don't do a lot of plotting.
You purchased me a house.
Bitch.
You said spontaneous?
I didn't say for you.
Dang it. I thought I had it.
So we went and got tattoos. I got a carnation on my inner forearm, and it's done like a water color technique. So it's still in the process of healing. So that was Thursday. Friday, my same friend who bought the house, we always have gone to Mexican. So I was like, let's go to dinner, let's do something. So we went to dinner, and then one of our other really good friends came with us. We sat and just like talked for a couple hours, just about anything and everything. And then I drove my friend home, the one who bought the house. We had the legitimate, just like jam session. Like, it took me back to high school with her. Just like driving to and from high school to like listening to different songs. And one of the ones that I've actually told you about, it just so happened to come on. Usher's "Hey Daddy" came on. It was right. I was dropping her off. She got in the car, started twerking. I was like, this brings back so many memories. So many memories. It was an amazing night. And then Saturday, I went to the beach. This one of my old neighbors when I used to live in Virginia Beach, her and I went to the beach together. We were there for like 5 hours. Oh my god! And, at Buckrow Beach. Then got some good food at Marker 20, and then what did I do Sunday?
Chill.
No, Sunday grocery shopping, and then my friend who was in town who I got the tattoo with, her and I took she's got some babies. Went and took them around to meet some family, and then her and I went to dinner. Okay. And so that pretty much capped off my weekend. I've had a really good, solid weekend. Seeing people I haven't seen for a while. Because even though, like, my friend who just recently bought a house, as I mentioned, she lived in North Carolina or South Carolina prior to. We haven't been living in the same proximity for over 10 years. It's just spending that time with people who, like, you don't necessarily usually get to be able to spend that time with.
It's important.
It absolutely is.
I would have to say that because, like I said, since I saw my friend KK, I haven't seen her since my son is 11 years. So even though we didn't really get to spend a lot of time together, because the only time I really got was like Saturday night, and that was from like 11 until maybe 2 o'clock. I think we actually went to sleep before then, so I didn't really get a lot. But I was like, dang, I haven't. So I think I'm going to have to do something similar and maybe just go there.
Right.
And, like, just spend a whole weekend and just...
Because you just realize, like, how that fills you up.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, not speaking for both of us, but I kind of feel like it's on the same like wavelength. Like those people just like it's not the same things that you seek out for enjoyment when you're younger.
Yeah,
like it's more of a quality time, more purposeful.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like you go out clubbing. You can literally sit in the house and chill, cook, eat some food, get some food ordered, talk about shit y'all ain't talk about in like some odd years. So yeah, it's a lot to catch up on. So absolutely, I agree 100%.
So it sounds like, we both had some real good weekends, have some throwbacks to people.
Yes. Continue to have these great, hopefully y'all had a great weekend.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that again. I said it at the beginning, but yes, hopefully y'all have a great weekend.
Absolutely. We just keep adding to our body modifications.
I know.
Over here.
I'm no longer getting the tattoo in August, though, so.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I still have, so this one I feel like was kind of holding me over. I need to get some quotes on the next one that I want. I haven't had so that's my issue, right? I told you, spontaneity is what gets me impressive. That's the issue.
Well, you technically can if you,
because you have to research. It is, and you have to research the artist for that one. That's going to be something you have to find somebody who specializes in that. Because I just don't want to get a big piece and just walk into a shop and have somebody do that. So that's the issue. I will get that tattoo done, but when it comes to premeditation, that just, I don't operate on premeditation. It's weird. My personality does and doesn't.
Well, you can't. You have to for that.
I know. So, but yeah, we keep piercings, tattoos.
I know.
My last tattoo hasn't been for like 5 years. I feel like it's been like 5 years since my last tattoo.
Dang, mine's.
Well, before the two that you got, when's the last time you got your last tattoo before those on your chest? She's thinking. She's looking around.
I am trying to figure out which one was my last one. It was my poet one. So. Yes, because that was a while ago. This was Vegas. That was before that. So, yes, the poet one, and that was probably like 3 years ago. I think 3 or so years ago. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. Something like that, but yeah.
Interest.
But I was going to get the one that I really want on my thigh. I was going to get that done. When I went to Maryland, that was going to cost me like $900, and I was ready for it, but other plans came up, so I couldn't get it done. I was very sad, but that is probably, so just like your big, maybe we could do that. We have to find someone that we both like not the same person, but find a shop, and maybe we go there together. But that's my biggest piece is the one that's going to go on my thigh. So it's going to go probably from like my hip down.
Right.
It's going to be painful.
I'm excited. The guy was so worried, so in any type of body modification I do, whether it be piercings, tattoos, I'm a bleeder. Like, I just bleed more than the normal person. So, like, while he was tattooing my forearm, he asked a couple times if I was doing, all right. Again, I can't speak from a tattoo, like, what his perspective is or, like, what he normally does. If he normally checks in on his clients throughout the tattoo, but I kind of felt like he was doing it. I don't know. So here's the one thing about tattoos. I never look at my tattoo as it's being done. I can handle the pain, but if I look at it, I feel like there's a piece of me that might lose the stability that I have through the pain. So I don't look at the tattoo at all. I don't look at it until it's done. So he was like, "Are you okay?" Like, you guys, like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Afterwards, I looked at it, like, my whole arm is like inflamed. Like, it's, like, risen, and, like, I'm bleeding. And I'm like, okay, I usually warn people prior to.
But you forgot this time?
I just kind of didn't, because it's been so long since I've had one.
Which one?
Like, the last time I got a tattoo, they couldn't fucking get the stencil to stick on my fucking arm. So, like, it's always weird shit. Yeah, they put the stencil on, like, 3 or 4 times. On the one on my bicep, it took them so long, they put the stencil up there forever.
Get it.
Well, it's there, baby. It ain't going nowhere. It's there, sweetheart.
That bitch don't want to stay. I'm weak.
So, but yeah. So, there's
our weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and jump in on this bitch.
Yes.
And I just have to say, something happened over the weekend.
Yes.
You know, one of my ride or die girls, Issa Rae, you know, I know her for a long time.
Okay. You go.
I know her for a long time.
Okay.
You know,
Where'd y'all meet?
On TV.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically. On
TV. No, actually, I met her on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Actually, met her on YouTube. And then on TV, you know. And so, she got married, bitch. Yes. Congratulations. I am very happy for her.
So, what's really funny is that I saw, like, her post, like, on her personal page, and, like, I just kept scrolling. I was like, oh, because, like, she, you know, made a post, but she made a caption. You really had to pay attention to what the caption said.
Trying to be funny.
To pick up what she was putting down. I was like, oh, she just did, like, a photo shoot in a wedding dress, and I just kind of kept scrolling, and then you sent me the article, and it was like, she got married. I was like, oh, shit.
Because I did the same. I read it, and I was like, oh, it's a photo shoot. And I was like, hold on. No, she's trying to be funny.
Yes. So the caption specifically says, A, impromptu photo shoot in a custom Vera Wang gang dress. B, my girls came to help me, but they all coincidentally had on the same dress.
That part made me laugh.
They were so embarrassed. And C, then I took a few flicks with somebody's husband.
Yes, bitch, yours.
Yours?
Yes.
That was
the second
so
one,
cute.
I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, bitch, she got married for real. And then I had to look it up just to make sure. And I was like, oh, she got married for real. Yes.
That was so cute, too.
Yes. Louis.
Uh-huh.
Now I remember the last name.
Diam,
yes. Louis Diam. So now it is
official. Apparently, he's a longtime boyfriend.
So I'm happy that her real life ain't like the show. I'm happy the real life ain't like the show.
Someone posted a meme about that, like, who gonna tell him?
Who gonna tell Lawrence? Facts.
Who gonna tell him?
Who gonna tell Lawrence? I don't know. But I am very happy for her.
That's awesome.
I absolutely love it. You know. So yay.
She was glowing.
Yes, gorgeous.
The strapless dress.
Yes, the gown was gorgeous. The husband was looking good in his little suit.
Oh yes, absolutely, in his red.
Yes, I love when it's not the traditional. She wears a white dress, he wears a black suit. I love when there's more color to it.
Yes.
Or something different. I absolutely love it. It was gorgeous. I said, oh, he looking good, girl. You go ahead with it.
Yes, looks very, very simple, very
elegant.
Elegant.
Yes. And it was in France, right? Or
yes.
Okay,
it was in France. Bitch had a location wedding.
Facts. Where was my invite,
a destination wedding.
Where was my invite? We've been friends for a long time.
You wouldn't have told nobody. Wait, what? I don't understand.
It kind of made me sad. But I guess I went to another wedding this weekend anyway. But I definitely would have went to France, you know. Instead.
Congratulations, Issa Rae.
Yes, and Louis Diam.
Look at you. Yes. Look at you. Yes. Well, you know, while she's, you know, in the news.
Yes, enjoying life with a new hobby. Hopefully I'll have a great, you know, vacation. Don't come back with no babies, though. You got to wait on it.
Or do.
Oh, you know, if that's what you want.
Or do. You know?
But I guess we can go to other people that's in the news that's always been in it for like the last month or so. Mr. Lil Nas X.
Yes, industry baby.
Yeah.
Has done come out.
With Jack Harlow.
Yes,
okay.
Featuring. And you know it's all up in people's mouths, all in people's business, because he's just doing what he wants to. He's doing what's authentically him, and that gets people talking. Because they ain't got nothing better to do.
Fact, they ain't their feelings because they can't be their authentic self. Get over it. Next.
So let's talk about the video.
Yes, I loved all of it. First off, Lil Nas X came through looking good.
So the video's purpose is, so what is the video kind of portraying?
His court is what I got from
it. It's portraying his sentencing from like his Air Max court.
The whole thing.
Which I haven't heard anything about how that went. That was last Monday. They held it, but I haven't heard anything about it. But yes, it's supposed to show like after he gets sentenced from it, what happens next.
But yes, Absolutely.
So which in itself is a whole parody and like a shove into everybody's face, which I'm fucking loving.
And he looked good. Period.
Yes.
We have to put that out there. Lil Nas X came through.
Drop down. Go.
Yes.
Go, shawty.
Yeah, like the 50 Cent thing. His body was on point. I said, okay, sir, you better go ahead and do them.
Yes. Yeah, he is a very beautiful specimen of a man.
And he was talking about how, yes, bitch, I'm gay, and so what? And
all the visuals were mimicking that as well.
Yeah.
Between having people twerking inside the cells.
Yep, to flicking on some stuff.
Yes.
To
butt
nakedness dancing in the showers. To a dance scene towards the end with a bunch of men. Also, speaking of the shower scene, Jack Harlow in his comment. What was that comment?
So, Jack Harlow was definitely in the video.
Yes, but he had to show that he was not gay, but he
definitively hetero. He was definitively hetero.
He went ahead and he was like, all right, we got to put at least one bitch in this thing for me.
And the only female that was in there was through the little verse that he had.
Mm-hmm.
But
at the beginning of the verse, not even his whole.
not even his whole verse.
Mm-hmm.
But even his lyrics were very hetero.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say, so Jack tweeted out something, and I was very. So I already had I've recently been building a likemanship towards him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he tweeted something afterwards that I was very much like, yes, I appreciate you understanding what your role is in being a hetero male in a song with a gay male. Period. So he tweeted and he says, Nas wrote the whole treatment for this video, and I followed his lead every step of the way. If he had asked me to be in that shower scene, I would have been in the shower scene. I just let the mastermind cook, honored to be a part of it. So again, the shower scene is...
They's all naked.
Butterball naked.
Mm-hmm. All you guys
There's
at
least 10. There's at least 10.
Yeah. All naked men, and they got a little blur in the front and in the back.
Yeah, pixelatedness near the parts. And it's funny because right after he tweeted that, Lil Nas X says, wait, I didn't know. Let's reshoot again. Jack Harlow, please. And I just think that,
that's funny as fuck.
On multiple levels. For one, you understand, as Jack Harlow, you know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you shot the scene with Lil Nas X, and it doesn't change who you are.
Facts.
First and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And to understand, also, I feel like a lot of people would want to distance themselves from Lil Nas X, period, right now. Especially after Call Me By Your Name. Which
was a wonderful video.
Absolutely. But I think a lot of artists, especially hetero men, would specifically and intentionally be distancing themselves from him. Just because either they don't want to be labeled as gay or, you know how people are in the industry.
Because they're not comfortable in their sexuality.
Absolutely.
Continue.
But Jack purposely embracing that and saying, I would have been a part of the creative process no matter where it went. I just think that's dope.
Yeah.
I think that's really dope because while Jack's pretty new, he still has a pretty good name for himself right now. So, and just like Lil Nas X was saying throughout the whole entire thing, like you said, I couldn't do it. Bitch, I'm here again. Bitch, I'm here again. I've still been here since I've been out gay.
Yeah.
I've been here. I'm going to continue to be here. What you want?
I absolutely love the video, so that's number one.
Let's go ahead and tag ourselves. We're fans of Lil Nas X where he's at currently.
Yes, he's being his authentic self.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. If you gay, not gay, whatever you want to do, that's you. You show what yourself is.
You should be able to.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't get why people be so upset about it. If you don't like it, the same thing that I tell other people. If you don't like it, you know what you don't have to do?
You don't have to consume it. Yeah. So here's the interesting piece. I think a lot of people had problems with the nudity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my piece is you have, again, while we support it all, we're not taking, detracting, or separating, but you just had Normani featuring Cardi B, Wild Side.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both butterball naked too.
Mm-hmm.
And here's also the funny flip side piece that they're two women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even, neither of them are projecting a hetero normative relationship in that video.
Mm-hmm.
they're pushing like a homosexual lesbian agenda in that, like the fantasize about two women being together.
But the song was about a man.
Yeah. It is, but the imagery is not that, and that's really what it pushes. But it's not okay for two men. So for one, that piece is called into.
But it's always been like that.
It is.
They ain't gonna ever change, unfortunately.
There is a possibility with what he's pressing forward that it could ignite that change.
Yeah,
or make it more socially.
Years. I would love for it to change because, like I said, I don't. It's whatever to me. You do what you do. That's you. They ain't got shit to do with me. But society as a whole, absolutely not. They're not. They're still the old people and people that think in the old ways. And that's just what their thought is, and that's not going to change. I don't foresee it anytime soon. It may help, yes, it could assist in moving forward maybe a little bit faster, but I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime.
I think that with this being his second song, specifically geared towards being open in his sexuality, and the video also supporting it, and he's backed by a major label, I do truly believe there is something, it may not be huge, there's going to be a shift within our generation. Hopefully there's someone else who can come up behind him with this. And again, just be free. Not necessarily saying it's just, it has to be, as very direct as he does it, but just period. Like, you're able to speak and just be honest to your experiences. It doesn't have to be, again, heteronormative conversations that you're having in your music.
Yeah.
But hopefully it just opens and allows more people to be more, because he is killing it.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Records, views, all that
videos
streaming.
On point. He is fucking it up with the videos.
Yes,
like, they remind me of older videos that were they're actually interesting and it's not just a bunch of ass shaking or something. So old school videos, there were like it was like a whole video. Right. It was like you were watching a damn movie. Like, oh shit, what's happening? Oh, it's a shootout. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, it's a shootout. Oh my god, they're really in love. Like, it's a whole thing, and he's bringing that back, which I absolutely love. Because I love the physical videos, not, again, ass shaking is fine, just not all the damn time. I don't want to see ass all the time.
Right. So, he actually got pulled into something.
Oh.
As well.
With the baby.
Yeah.
So, the baby had a concert, which is interesting. Because I'm surprised.
So he didn't have a concert. It was part of Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud right now is a festival that's being put on.
Which I'm still... And he jumped... Hold on. So before we even get to that, he jumped to the crowd, which I was very intrigued about. Because I thought that he won't go do... Well, he wasn't supposed to do a concert, is what he said, until the whole COVID and stuff was, like, more...
Oh, I don't recall him saying that.
Yeah, it was something he said about it.
That, yeah.
But I think it was in a song, and he could have just been saying shit, or maybe it was on an interview. I don't remember. It was something. But yeah. But anyways, I just had to bring that up. So, but he jumped in the whole crowd, and I just was like, ooh. It made me think about that. But anyways,
you ever watch his big ass bodyguards chase after his little ass? His bodyguards be exhausted. Like, this motherfucker done jumped into the fucking crowd. Now I gotta follow his ass and go retrieve him.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
Someone threw a shoe up on the
Yes. Yeah,
I heard it had something to do around the time frame he brought Tory Lanez out with him.
And so it said, oh, I guess that's Meg's people. In the comments.
You are not going to stand 10 toes down on this and bring this man out on stage with you. That's what we're not going to do.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that part was funny to me. The comments be hilarious. Like, I always have to read the comments on things like that.
Someone's like, I think there was a video of Big Frida. They did a zip lining thing throughout a mall, and like they were flipping out the whole time. I'm like, so it was like the Adidas shoe flying across the crowd.
But he jumped.
His
baby.
He was like, hitting on the
who
duck.
Do that motherfucker?
Duck, tuck, and roll.
Yeah.
Like dodgeball style.
That shit was funny.
Yes.
He done real good. But yes, back to the point is that T.I. had brought it up and said if Lil Nas X can kick his shit in peace, so should the baby. And the reason he said that is because the baby had a little, I'm going to say rant, I guess, and was like, if you don't have STD or AIDS or HIV and going to die in 2 to 3 weeks, put your lighter, not your lighter, but your camera-based light up or whatever. If your pussy smell like water, put your light up. If you're not sucking dick in the parking lot, put your light up. And then someone else have responded. Some of y'all sus as fuck. And so I don't understand what that has to do with, like, I don't understand why T.I. said what he said. Yeah, I don't understand the correlation between the two. Lil Nas X ain't saying none of that. Why would you say, oh, if you don't have...
When you're shaming people.
Yes.
Like, the baby is degrading and shaming people.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, all of them. Absolutely the first and the second one, but all of them, yes. The first one, why would you say that? One, you could have people that follow and love you, and why I don't get it. I don't understand it. Because they suck in dick, they can't put their lighters up in support of whatever you're talking about. Usually they're just saying, put your lighters up, because it's dark in there, you put your light up.
Right.
But I just don't understand why you say that. Like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't get it.
He said, I'm still stuck on the
and don't
AIDS
die in 2 to 3
and
weeks.
HIV. They don't, like, what?
I don't know, but that's trash. I did not like it at all.
Yeah, no, like...
He's starting to get on my I don't care list right now.
He's starting to enforce and show those toxic pieces that, like, would get someone like Lil Nas X killed in the street. Mm-hmm. Like, those things that just are not accepting of anyone who's just not from the life that the baby came up in. Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people in the life that the baby came up in is gay.
And that's also where you have the whole entire, some of y'all sus anyway, because it's just not accepting of people to be, like, divergent from that whatsoever.
But some of them gangsters be gay as fuck.
They do.
Mm-hmm. And yes, be gay as fuck. They just don't be telling people because of the lifestyle. However, again, as we spoke before, you need to walk in your truth. Like, you can't be upset or, say whatever you want to say out your mouth. Like, that was rude. I did not like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've heard him say something. And
I didn't like it at all. T.I., shut up. That's all I got.
Yes, like, I'm just confused about the correlation that T.I. used. Like, T.I., you baby still need to lay low. I don't know why. You and your wifey still need to lay low.
But it has no correlation. He could kick his shit because he did a video about sex. The first video was about sex. Y'all do videos about sex all the time. Next.
But you also see in the media where it's talking about, like, Lil Nas X, like, promiscuity and, like, unsafe sex. It's like, y'all, like, are literally killing me. We've talked about this from the beginning. When Call Me By Your Name came out, you're targeting him because he's gay. That's it.
Yeah.
Because anybody else's music who is hetero is saying the same exact shit. Same exact shit.
And some of it works as fuck. And we've been listening to it.
With
WAP talked about sex. T.I. talked about sex. DMX talked about sex. Literally, Prince talked about sex.
Everyone.
Beyonce talked about sex. It's just some of them say it a different way. Beyonce may not come straight out and say, I'm a sucker thing.
Well, she saw my Monica Lewinsky on that blouse.
Yes. So, but it says it in a different way. It's just not up front. But WAP definitely says shit up front. And, some people were upset about it. But it's life. These are things that adults do. What the fuck the problem is? If y'all are adults, I understand why you can't handle it.
That's been going on since the 90s. I feel a bump coming through on you. You're getting hard. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It's because of who he is. But I support it, so...
Yeah, we are definitely stands here.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. We're going to continue to watch.
Absolutely.
Continue to talk about it and push the conversation forward.
I really just didn't like what the baby said about any of it.
Because it's just so... Everything he said is so harmful. And specifically when you're saying, like, STDs, and you specifically point out AIDS... and HIV, and then follow it up with saying people sucking dick, like specifically men sucking dick in the parking lot. You are targeting specifically gay men, period. Because the only STDs you decide to bring up, and then afterwards you say that, and then your DJ piggybacks by saying some of y'all are sucking fuck anyway.
Those, but yeah.
But like, it's a stigmatism that occurs only in a specific environment.
Which is stupid, but yes. Mm-hmm.
So he's specifically targeting that. And that's just so dangerous.
Absolutely.
So I hope as we continue to press forward, I hope at some point an OG taps the baby and talks to him about that. I hope he has OGs to have that conversation who are with the wherewithal, not fucking T.I., because T.I. is not an OG. You got enough of your shit going on. Reel it back. But, like, you should have people who are able to tap you and have that conversation. And if you don't, that's a problem.
Well, I hope that a conversation is had, because I love the baby as well. However, if this is something that continues, I probably won't be supporting, because I just don't like it. Because that's not cool. Like, I just, no, absolutely not. And those people are also your fans, so that part just don't make sense. There could be a person out there sucking dick, but he your fan and buying your shit.
Like, what's your problem?
Exactly.
I just don't.
Someone can have AIDS and HIV, but guess what they're doing? Buying your shit. And why would you say and die in 2 or 3 weeks? I did not like that at all. One, it doesn't happen in that manner.
No.
Maybe back in the day, before other things, but I don't even think it was 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 months. But that's not how that works. So educate yourself.
It just definitely made no sense.
I didn't like it at all.
At the same time, it's still also shaming, not even just gay men, but then females. Mm-hmm. Your pussy water. Sir, I just need you to relax for a moment.
Facts.
Just need you to just relax. I just need you all the way around. Just relax.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the baby, please, because both of us have been very much supporting you up until this point, and I hope that you're able to understand what you're saying as being stupid. Harmful.
And what she said. Mm-hmm.
And stupid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And understand why you don't need to say that in the mouth.
Exactly. Because I don't get it. And that T.I. thing, that just, the correlation, I don't get. Maybe y'all can help us in the comments. Help us correlate what T.I. said, and I'll repeat it so that y'all can get it. It says, if Lil Nas X can kick his shit in peace, so should the baby. So I just need someone to help us correlate. Misguided hoes, help us, okay? Help us correlate why? Yeah, like what the correlation is. Maybe another male needs help. Maybe we just don't have that point of, maybe we just, as females, can't understand it from our side. So maybe a man can help us. Help us correlate it, please, in the comments below. Thank you, appreciate it. Anything else on that topic?
No, I think we can move on to our actual topic.
Awesome. All right. So, one of my favorite things, sex. Men thinking that pain for women is normal during sex, obviously. Like saying, I'm going to hit your cervix, stuff like that. The dick had her running. Like, is that a normal thing? Is that something that women like? You go first.
In that capacity, no. So it usually comes when like not everyone has the ability to inflict that on a woman. You have to either be a specific type of girth or length to want and for that type of pain to be present during sex. I don't feel the experience of going so far into almost like where a depth that no one else has reached. I don't find that enjoyable. Like when like it feels like it's going past my fucking vagina. Like I'm like you when you talk about them in them guts. Yeah, I don't. It's not necessarily enjoyable for me. Now, however, if there is a combination of how that's being like for example, if you're doing it from the back, and you're going deep, but at the same time, you're making sure at some points you're not going deep all the time. There's a mixture and that
I get
that experience and the feeling of that. But constantly going full-fledged all the way in when you are aware of your size, that's not enjoyable for me for the whole entire time. There is a level of almost like the running from, trying to push you kind of away from the body.
That didn't hurt running.
It hurts. It's not enjoyable. When it goes that far in, for me personally, it's not super enjoyable. Like there's a piece that's like, oh, that feels, but like the entirety of it, like the overall experience, is not.
Pressing like, against your stomach.
No, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, and them guts.
Yeah, that doesn't. And you've heard people say it before. Like I'm gonna hit this, or I'm gonna hit that. That don't sound good to me, my G. Because that's not what you're supposed to be touching. Stay within that. Stay within your barriers. Stay within my vagina.
What you're hitting is the clit.
Right.
Clitoris.
Like, I want to make sure we are both feeling it. But if you're going, like, super deep because you feel like there's some type of, like, pleasure on my side, it doesn't. It doesn't do it for me. Like, it genuinely does bring, like, there is a weird kind of, like, pleasure from it. But the
not
overall,
in the pounding sense of it.
No, but the overall, no. There's
not for you.
It's not. I mean, just overall, I feel like for women, even like looking through from when she had posted that, looking in the comments, it's kind of like, yeah, like men tend to pride themselves on being able to do that or being, you know, a certain XYZ, and it's like the experience for the woman. That's not what it's about. That's not the piece that brings it home and makes it for like an all over experience.
Yeah.
So, where are you at on that? What are you think about?
I don't. So. I would have to say that I agree. There are some times where the pain is okay, but mainly I don't want it all the time.
Right. You have to understand how to like
switch it up, mix it up. You know, not just a.
Right, if you're constantly like giving the full, and it's like, like that's just not.
Like you can do that sometimes, but then you go slow, and then you do other things. But just a constant pounding, even if you have a small thing, like constant pounding, I just don't think is what it needs to be.
Right.
Like pounding is not pleasurable.
Pleasurable.
Yes, it was not coming out.
We have each other on these words. Well, one got the other one.
I was like pleasurable, and I was like, no, it's not full. Pleasurable. It's not pleasurable, so it just needs like. So again, sometimes it can be okay, and other times you really just need to focus on it. And again, the focus really should be on the clit. That is where most women get the stimulation from,
right?
And that's where a lot of men don't get that, and that's why they do the pounding. They think, oh, I'm about to hit the shit in the back, and that's gonna be it for her. But that's why your woman ain't coming.
But you know what I blame?
Porn.
Exactly.
It's absolutely porn.
Absolutely.
But a lot of them also know how to make themselves come. That's why they're porn stars. Like the women can make themselves come even if it's not a pleasurable thing. Just like a lot of women know how to make themselves squirt. It's something that you learn probably in that industry at some point. But yeah, so the pounding is not a thing for me. I don't like it, period. If you have a big or small, you could do it a couple times. Like, you get about 5 times. Bow, bow, bow. All right, let's do something else. Bow, bow, bow. Like, it could be a mixture, but I just don't. Not the whole time. It's not for my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, trust and believe. Back in the day, I may not have. But the new me, for the last couple of years, if I don't like it, I'm telling. Because I don't have time. That's a waste of my time. I don't have time to waste. I'm trying to thrive in the world, and that's not thriving. That's not helping me get where I need to be at. Because after the intercourse, if I have to go and pleasure myself, that means that it was not worth it.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. The running part, it's not a good thing, guys.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, because I'm gonna say that I had an experience at some point in life, and like it felt good, but it wasn't. It was. I'm quite sure it was a position that we were in, and it was what he was hitting the clit, but also like it. I don't know how to explain it, but yes. So at that point, it felt good.
But the size running from it dance. That's different. So
yeah, like if they got a ruler.
like receiving pleasure from it, running from it. Like, oh, you're hitting something, and like it's just so sensitive. Like, oh, like it feels good, but like hitting it just keeps taking me somewhere. I'm like, oh, don't, oh, yes. But the running from it of like you're going so deep and like it's not
fucking up my shit.
Yes, my organs are rearranging.
Yeah. I may not have babies now because you fucked up my shit. Okay.
Right. Pretty much.
Okay,
like you've been in the guts and the kidney.
Bitch, you almost hit my heart.
Right.
I almost stopped breathing.
I now have a murmur. Like, I'm saying that's not
that's not cute.
Again, like V said, like to maybe hit you a good couple of pow 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 strokes, but then afterwards you need to understand where that rhythm comes from afterwards, because you can't.
It's a whole
hit that
thing.
Shit bong 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 like that.
Just like when y'all like girls to ride.
Yes.
You know, you don't want her just to be slapping on your ass. Some men do, like some just like the roll. Some like both. But if you don't like the slapping, you're going to probably tell her, hey, I don't like that, roll it. It's the same thing. Y'all got to have a roll. Your back needs to move.
Now, I will say for me, where I feel the most vulnerable when it comes to someone who has, like, the width and the girth is when they're hitting it from the back. That is where I feel like it's more, like, you're just more spread.
Oh, it's absolutely a whole different sensation. A whole different sensation. So it is absolutely a whole different sensation.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what other word to use.
Men need to be aware of that as well.
Oh yeah, I think it's because it gets maybe deeper.
I do think so.
I think at that point I don't know if it.
The two times that I've had that happen, it's been I can handle any other.
You had that 2 times? What?
Okay, you're also aware of what my roster is. I haven't, so.
But, no, not the roster, but I'm saying, you meant like because of the size as well.
Yes, two partners.
Okay, I was like.
Not 2 times, but two people have been, of substantialness. And so it has only been in the position of from the back. Have I felt that oddity of uncomfortableness? Anything else, whether it be missionary, whether it be riding, it would be okay. But the moment that it flips to like from the back, it would be a little bit different, and it would have a different sensation through that, kind of all the way through in terms of the strokes as well. So it's all about just understanding.
No, I definitely get it. I agree 1,000,000,000%. I think that from the back, well, I don't know.
Once that riding it is fine, like everything else is cool. Once you start hitting it from the back, like there's literally a feeling that you get like in kind of the gut-ish area. There's like, whoo,
that shit hit something, yeah.
Like you just keep feeling your body.
You're staying up, but then you like moving,
like you feel like you're supposed to arch, but you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can arch.
We have video.
Right
this
now.
should be funny. But I have to say, are you done with that?
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. So, well, I'm gonna state something. I think there's one thing. So, as y'all probably know, Misguided Hoes, I'm very open for the most part, sexually, in general, but sexually I'm very open. I feel like we've had this conversation. But there's one thing that I'm always nervous about doing. Can you guess what it is?
That you're nervous about doing? I don't think I can speak on that, about what you're nervous about doing.
Like, I'm nervous, like, it's something that I don't always do. And it's something probably very rare that occurs because I think it's, I'm trying to give too much. I want you to guess first. Yeah, I wish we really had video because your face is priceless.
Because I'm like, there's not a damn thing that I've heard about her being like, I'm just trying to, I'm like, okay, what have I recently heard about these escapades? That happened. So what hasn't happened? I'm like really trying to figure out what hasn't happened, and you start
Riding.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've just never been very comfortable with it. I'm quite. It's for many different reasons. One, because a previous partner, I just I didn't I never really felt comfortable with people to do it. I was heavier set back then, but still, I just never really felt comfortable doing that. And then when I attempted to do it with a previous person, they would always tell me no, and so that made me feel some type of way. So then now, even with a current person, I haven't done it yet. It's just I don't know.
I always get a little concerned, but the first when I was early on, learning, I almost felt like I broke someone's dick. So
Lord Jesus, what were you doing, baby?
I was like, oh my God, you okay? I didn't land on it, but you're good. So yeah, I mean, Tom is kind of, for multiple reasons, kind of a
vulnerable thing.
Yes.
And I don't think that,
for multiple reasons. And I think weight has a lot to do with that with a lot of women.
Yes. Yes. But again, like I said, when I wanted to do it with someone previously, they told me no. And so it just, I feel like maybe confirmed what mentally I had. And so now, I don't even ask. Unless I am super comfortable, then I don't. I don't know.
I just wait forever. You just grab me and flip me. If you put me on top, I guess that's where I'm at.
Yep. Nope.
No.
No. I have to be super comfortable. I feel like it's very vulnerable for me, and so it's the one thing that I will do any and everything else for the most part. Yeah, probably yes. But that is the one thing that. Yeah.
It's a very vulnerable place. For one, your entire body's on display for the person that you're with.
Don't like it.
And the angle in which they're seeing you from is, not super favorable. They're looking at you from a downward position.
Don't like it.
So overall, that can be a very vulnerable place for, a person, again, specifically a woman, when you're riding, just to kind of be in that place, because you just feel like they're able to pinpoint and see
your whole body.
All those pieces about you that you may be insecure about yourself, whether someone even does or doesn't see that about yourself, but what you are self-conscious about. And it's just,
so it's something that I don't do until I get comfortable. I have to be super fucking comfortable. And I don't know, I just hopefully one day it'll just go away.
Right.
But I don't know why I want to bring that up, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, is there something for you?
No, not really. On top of that, I've had experience feeling I broke a man's dick. So
I'm glad you didn't. I'm so glad that you did not.
But they were a different size too, so I could also add into it. But you can either assume either way. I'm neither going to confirm nor deny. But so no, so not necessarily.
Okay, I just had to know. Yeah, that's just my one thing. Literally, I'm open to everything, and I can't say I'm not open to it, but I would really have to be comfortable. Because even if you flip me on top, the first thing I'm going to do is, my mind is going to go from sex to, oh my God, I don't know if I want it. It's just a whole thing.
Right.
I've been trying to work on it, but.
That takes time. That's not an overnight thing. That takes time. That takes time. That also takes communicating with whoever you're with. So that they understand, what your do's, don'ts, what your triggers are. So that when you're in those vulnerable places, they can either know what can help encourage you, what they can do to help you feel comfortable. Everything about a relationship is communication, including sex.
Absolutely. Yes.
Like, including sex.
Yeah. I guess just with the person that I'm currently talking to, I just haven't talked about that yet. Well, I guess if they listen to this, they'll hear it.
You know who you are!
Surprise! Yay! But yeah, that hasn't came up because we've done other things, so I'm quite sure he's just satisfied with the other things. Like I said, because I'm open, so most men, like I think if the woman is, I'm gonna just use the word boring in the bed, then usually the man is probably gonna want that piece of it. But if there's other aspects that are occurring, then usually that doesn't come up for me. Like I've never had someone complain like, "Oh, you don't ever blah blah blah." Yeah, because there's so much else that occurs. So I just never had a problem with that. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. Okay, I'm done talking about it.
Because that's what we're here for. We're here just to be...
I don't want to talk about it no more.
Okay, well, I guess that is another episode of Like I Was Saying.
Yeah. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell everybody.
Everybody.
In a club.
Yeah. You know the taglines. Life is tough, my dear, but so are
you. Oh, I killed that.
Yes, I heard that note.
That was terrible.
I heard that little note.
And just remember that each of you are beautiful and to never stay what?
Stagnant.
In your motherfucking life. Bye, Miss Gotta Ho.
Bye, guys.